Hey families, Miss Isabel here. Today I wanted to create a video to talk to you guys about something we have going on in the classroom. We're in the process of making a connection with a kindergarten classroom on campus to establish reading partners. So what that means is that our third grade students would be assigned a kindergarten reading partner. And twice weekly we would be meeting with our reading partner to just share books, to try to, encourage our kindergarten partners to talk about books, just to develop a desire for reading, and also to encourage our third grade students to motivate them to want to read independently more frequently on their own. As you know, there's so many distractions today, different forms of technology, video games, all these other things that our kids are just more attracted to than books. When I talk to the kids, they see the value in books and they understand that reading is important. So I just want to kind of help them by encouraging them, motivating them to read more frequently. So what this would look like, in addition to meeting with our buddies twice weekly during our independent reading time, our third grade students would be picking a text that would be developmentally appropriate for a younger peer, and they will be practicing reading that book, first independently and then with a partner in the classroom, just to become familiar with the text and even think about questions they may ask their buddy as they're reading. This project ties in with part of my graduate studies. I have a tentative graduation date with my educational specialist degree at the beginning of May. As part of that process, I have to conduct action research. And what action research looks like is educators who think of a problem, which in this case is motivating the students to be more engaged with reading, and then come up with a plan of action to address that problem, to determine, the impact of something like buddy reading on increasing student reading motivation. This is part of my graduate study program through the University of Alabama. As part of this process, I do have to obtain informed consent from parents, as this is a research study. There is no projected risk for your child as part of participation. There are no direct benefits for participating in the study, but the potential benefits would be increased enjoyment of reading, improved confidence when reading aloud, and engaging in frequent discussions about books. So that's my goal here. Hopefully that will be what happens. If nothing else, it'll be a good experience for our kids to get to show what they know to some younger peers in the school and just to engage in community at City Park. You'll be getting some documents. They're kind of lengthy just because of the legality of, this being part of my graduate studies program. There's a lot of information in there. I'm just going to touching base today on just a little bit of that information, but it's in detail in the documents. So as far as reporting goes, for the project, your son or daughter would be asked to meet with me before the project begins to kind of take a survey on their self-concept as a reader and how they value reading as a skill for life. Also, an interview to kind of elaborate more on, their selections from the survey data. Then throughout the process, we would be doing post interviews with a few students each week to kind of talk about their experience working with their little buddy, what they saw as a success, things we could do to improve the project or the process. As far as data goes, all the information will be kept confidential. Your child will be assigned a number. It will be a different number than their student ID because there is a way to connect your child with their personal information with that ID. So a number would be assigned to your child in place of their name, and all that information will be kept in the classroom, secure behind locked doors. Any other data, photographs, video, or audio of the interactions with our buddies or of interviews would be stored on the district secure platforms, Google or OneDrive, which is a password access only platform. In the event that I graduate in May, I met the requirements, then all of that data will be destroyed or deleted from those databases. The information will not be shared outside of my report, which will not include any student names, only the information. In the event that a student name is required, it will be a pseudonym, so we'll make up a name for any children who are named in the report. The project participation in the study is completely voluntary. So if this is something that you don't want your child to participate in, you don't have to sign, or you can just let me know, hey, I don't want my child to do this. They still can participate in the Reading Buddies program, and there will be no, consequence with me or the school if you choose not to let me, complete the surveys or interviews with your son or daughter. So I will be sending a notice home that you guys can read over. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. But just some key information was that we're going to start a reading partnership with a kindergarten classroom. We're going to meet twice weekly for 8 weeks total. If they love it, we'll continue. I just, like I said, hope to encourage them to read more for pleasure and enjoyment. We'll be engaging in weekly interviews to kind of to talk about their experiences, and they will complete a survey of reading motivation at the beginning and the end of the project so that I can determine the impact of the reading partnership on encouraging reading motivation. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for the time to watch this.